Can I get back to you? Let me get back to you.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dark Magician Duelist, and I'm coming at you guys today with my ABC deck profile for September of 2017. Guys, I love this deck. This is probably my favorite deck ever of all time. Love this deck, always have. As soon as it came out, I was like, oh my gosh, ABCs. Because, you know, I really liked the XYZ Dragon Cannon stuff back in the day with Kaiba. And so when I just found out that they were getting like an updated card for that, it was like really awesome. So I just figured, hey, you know what? I love XYZ Dragon Cannon back in the day. Why not play this deck? Because I imagine that it'll be really cool. And then I heard about Union Hanger and I just realized, holy crap, this deck is broken. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get into this deck profile. So, of course, first up, we've got AAA, Triple B, and of course, we've got Triple C. Basically, if you don't know how these guys work, when A gets sent to grave, you can target a light machine type union monster in your grave and add it to your hand. When B gets sent to grave, you can add one from your deck to your hand. And when C gets sent to grave, you can special summon a light machine type monster from your hand to the field. So really helps you get out all your combo pieces. C is easily the best. C is great, especially if you send it to grave off a link summon and you have a B or an A in your hand, and that's like the only combo piece you're missing. Like, link summoning actually made this deck faster, so if you can get C on the field and send it to grave, you'll get Dragon Buster a lot quicker than you used to be able to, aside from using Tsukiyomi, which is basically how everybody got ABC Dragon Buster. But it's still pretty fast, you know, it's still good, and it's still efficient at what it does. Then of course we got Triple Gold, Triple Silver to complement our golds. These just help us make our rank 4 plays and to help us make our Decode Talker. So of course we have to play both Triple Gold and Silver. Then moving on, we have Double Photon Thrasher. Photon Thrasher is just really good to open because if you see him in your hand, you just get an instant Decode Talker. Like, it helps you get Decode Talker out a lot quicker, and that's just more sufficient for your plays. I do not like playing 3 of him because I feel like he bricks a little bit at 3, so I don't want to see multiple copies in my hand. And then of course, until it gets banned, the 1 copy of Max C, because it's a great hand trap, probably the best hand trap of the format. Because if you stop your opponent from special summoning or just start drawing cards off of their special summons, you just kind of win. Then you guys, moving on to the spells, of course, we have the best field spell ever created. We got that Triple Hanger. Basically, Hanger allows you to search for a union, and when a union is normal or specialed, you can equip one from your deck to that monster that you normal or specialed. Summon A, equip B, go for a link monster like a Proxy Dragon or something. Most of the time you want to equip C because it helps you special summon your combo pieces, so C is the card you will always go for off Hanger. And of course, to search it out, we play Double Terraforming. Really hoping this card does not get hit to 1, although it's probably going to happen. I don't like the fact that Terraforming is going to get hit because it hits a lot of lower tier decks, which I don't think is fair. I think lower tier decks should have a chance to compete, and I think by hitting Terraforming, you're really limiting the capabilities of those lower tier decks to compete and get to the cards that they need to search. So I don't like the idea of hitting Terraforming to 1. 2 is okay. I'm fine with 2. But 1 is a little bit excessive. If you want to hit field spells that are really powerful, hit the field spells themselves, like Diagram, instead of actually hurting a staple that a lot of people need to run their decks. But anyway, guys, that's just a side point. Moving on, Double Twin Twisters. Twin Twisters is a great card. Get rid of problematic back row and stop your opponent from solemn striking your stuff. Then I run 2 Double Summon. A lot of people ask me about this card, but when this deck was at its prime, I still liked running Double Summon because you can do a lot with an extra normal summon. You'd be very surprised. If you like have double gold or something in your hand and 2 pieces of ABC Dragon Buster, you can potentially do a lot with that. And now that Link Summoning is out and you rely a lot more on your normal summon, it's really good to have access to an additional one. I know people are going to think this card is antiquated and it's old, and I get that. I understand that. You don't have to play it. It's just a tech choice that I like. Then 1 limiter removal. Basically, if you resolve this with ABC Dragon Buster on board, more than likely it's going to be game. So 1 limited removal, 1 Raigeki, 1 Upstart for that extra draw, 1 Burial from a Different Dimension. Shout out to Tofis, because I saw that he was running this card and I was like, that's a really nice way to get out Double Buster Dragon first turn. So shout out to him. 1 Iron Call. This is just to basically get back any of your light machines. Basically what it does, you can target a machine type monster that's level 4 or lower in your grave. If you control a machine type monster, special summon it and its effects are negated. It's like a monster reborn pretty much. So it can help you go and extend your plays. So 1 Iron Call. Moving on to them traps. So first we've got Double Mirror Force, great card. 1 Quaking. I like the 1 Quaking. I don't want to play 3 Quaking, but I like the Quaking because it helps you protect your stuff, and just shutting all your opponent's stuff face down where it can't be like flip face up is really good. This format especially. And then we've got 1 Bottomless, 1 Warning, 1 Compulse. People don't play this card anymore, but I like it just because people don't expect it, and because people don't typically expect this card, it makes it a lot better of a card because people won't really have resources to out it. 1 Time Space Trap Hole. This card's really good with Rafflesia. People don't run Rafflesia anymore, but I figured that if people still play Pendulums, I'll typically side this out if I'm not going against a Pendulum player, but this is a really, really busted card against Pendulums because it shuffles all their stuff back in the deck, and they lose literally 5 cards. If they just like completely Pendulum summon all their stuff, they just lose their entire board. It's great. And then 1 Floodgate. Floodgate is good so you can just like stop potential threats. Basically like Quaking Mirror Force, but faster. So I really like the idea of running this card in the deck. Moving on to the extra deck. Keep in mind, guys, again, this is a fairly budget deck, so there's not going to be any Cyber Dragon Novas or Infinities or Galaxy Soldiers. They are cheaper now, and I am working on getting in a Nova and Infinity, but I just don't have one at the moment. There will probably be an update to this deck after I get them, but anyway, so we got the 1 Decode Talker, Link Monster, and Proxy Dragon. Proxy Dragon's really good to go into first turn Decode Talker and to get your stuff engraved. So there's that. Then of course we are playing 1, 2, and 3 of Dragon Buster. Dragon Buster is the reason you run this deck. It's a stupid good card. Basically, during either player's turn, you can pitch a card, target a card on the field, and banish it. Gets rid of a bunch of back row, and if it would be destroyed, it can just tribute itself and float into the little pieces. So it's a great card. Really hard to stop, and if you get multiples out, you basically win. Double Geargun X to search your pieces. It's a really good card. Nobody runs it, but I like it. 1 Tsukiyomi, probably going to take out 1 Geargun X and put in another Tsukiyomi because Tsukiyomi is broken in this deck. 1 Dweller, just to stop graveyard plays. 1 Starliege Paladynamo. Basically, it just helps you swing over really, really big stuff. 1 Silent Honor Arc, love that card. Love that card. 1 Rafflesia, 1 Castel, 1 Utopia. And then to also help you swing over more stuff, you've got 1 Dark Rebellion. Probably the Utopia and the Dark Rebellion will come out, and they will become Cyber Dragon Nova and Infinity. I just don't have them at the moment. But yeah, that's basically the extra deck. Alright YouTube, so that is my ABC deck profile for September of 2017. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below about this deck. If you guys are new and just getting into the game, I highly recommend this deck because it's a very budget deck. You can build it for very cheap, and I would just recommend it because it's a great deck and you'll probably pick up some wins at locals. It's just really fun to play. I really have always enjoyed this deck. If you guys would not mind, smash that thumbs up like button, hit that subscribe button so you can get instant access to all my videos that I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It would be awesome to have you guys support the channel, like the channel, share this everywhere. Your boy DMD, that is me, and I am gone.
How can I get back to you?